Good afternoon. My name is Allan Bunt from Good Shepherd Lutheran Church and School in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. I'm the technical director for our congregation, and I'm here today to just kind of show you a behind-the-scenes look of all of our equipment, our setups, and our volunteers running a worship broadcast for our online viewers and also our in-church congregants. So you've seen it before on previous worship summits, talking about equipment setups and what type of equipment to run and what kind of software to run. You've also seen it, what we can do in post-production and, how to involve volunteers and topics such as that. But today, I just want to kind of show kind of a conglomeration of everything put together and working during a worship service. Now, obviously, I've only got 15 or a few minutes here, so I can't show you a whole worship service, which can then run anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half long. So we'll just show you some short video snippets and get you ready to go that way, and we'll see if I can get you started. We'll start off with some really quick video specs here and give you an idea of what we run here. We'll get me down here in the corner here, and we'll start off with our PC. Is an Intel Core i7 8700K running about 3.7 gigahertz. And then I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM installed. I've got various hard drives, SSDs and HDDs, so I won't go into too many details on them because they change about every 6 months or so. Find something better, make it work better. Our camera controllers, basically I run a PTZOptics SuperJoy. I love it, this piece of equipment. It's probably been one of the best investments we've had. I can control either IP or NDI cameras or my webcam, all with one controller. And I have 7 total cameras, and I can control all of them with simple scripts and shortcuts and key button pushes, and really like it a lot. To control our software, we run an Elgato Stream Deck, both a regular 15 key and an XL, which is 32 key. And we also run an X Keys 24, which is 24 keys, obviously. For production and streaming software, obviously we use vmix, vmix Pro version 24. We will be updating to 25 as soon as they get all the bugs worked out of it and get some more functionality out of it. For cameras, I have 4 PTZOptics PT30Xs running SDI out. I have 1 PTZOptics PT30X running NDI out. I also have a Huddle Cam HD that when you see my face on camera, that's what you're looking at. That also runs NDI-XX. In the sanctuary here, right above the graphics here on the screen, you'll see one of the 2 projectors hanging from the ceiling. Those are both Panasonic projectors, and I control video going to them using some Kramer tools for video amplification and distribution. For audio, our front of house board is an Allan and Heath PA28. That's an analog 28 channel mixer. For production side of it, over here at my video desk, I run a Behringer Xenix 1204 USB, another analog mixer. And to interface that mixer with my PC, I use a Behringer Euphoria UMC 404 audio interface. I currently only use a couple of the outputs on that, just for the additional buses. I also interface via analog line in and line out, also on that same mixer. So I have various different outputs and inputs. And around the sanctuary here and around church in general, we have various laptops and Chromebooks and Amazon Fire tablets. Those Amazon Fires have been modded so that we can run them with tally lights in a little tally light system we have here. For music production, we have a Yamaha Clavinova. That's our piano. And we also have a electronic pipe organ made by Eminent, and we get to see a little bit of that here later on. So let's see if I can get things rolling here, and get some video playing here of just get you off right by the front door here, and we'll get this started here right now. As you walk in our front doors to our church, you're greeted in our greeting area, which we call the narthex, by a large screen TV, usually playing a video back to back. and also you'll hear the audio of it also on the PA system. This video is provided to me, and it does play back through our production software across the network on NDI. Now we'll move out to the sanctuary here and just start off right at our video production desk here. This is one of my pastors here, and we're looking right at the production monitor. That's the main out, preview and program and all the inputs and the different video slides there. And then we'll scroll on down here and you'll get to see the first shot of our X keys 24. You'll see a couple of blinking lights on there. There's a couple of functions on that running right off the bat, and one of them is being recording. And right to the right of that, we've got a Stream Deck XL, and just about got that totally full now with all the inputs and the effects and shortcuts. And then we control the XL with the 15 key right off to the next right of it there. The shining thing in our production here is our PTZOptics Super Joy. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason. I don't understand what's going on with it. But I absolutely love this piece of hardware. It's a really good investment. I can control all 7 of my cameras, both via IP and serial if I wanted to. Everything's controlled by IP right now, but if I want to plug something else in, I can do it. Our production audio mix is controlled by this Xenix 1204. Basically, it's a separate mix from our front of the house, so we can mix a little differently. And I've got various inputs there, the PA system itself, the microphone I'm talking on right now, a couple other mics, and a bus A and a bus B for the production software. This is our website that runs our embedded video from our provider, and this is provided by Church Online. It's called the Church Online platform. And we'll zoom out here again, take a little bit and look around the church a little bit here. My video, the desk is a little bit messy on the day we shot this. This was from a couple of Sundays ago, so we'll just kind of take a slow pan here so you can kind of see everything all in one spot there. And on our projection screen there, you can see that I can take my camera shot of the pastor and put it on the projection screen. For those congregates sitting in the back of the pews that can't quite see too good, it's kind of a close-up shot there. Kind of a unique thing that we can do here. That's pretty neat. One more shot over the desk here, running just a standard keyboard there. So eventually the standard computer keyboard gets put away. And again here, you can see I can throw up a title here just with a key button push on the Stream Deck. This Church Online platform over here not only shows the video, but it gives us a couple of chat room capabilities also for our online ministry. Lots of buttons, lots and lots and lots of buttons. It's a little intimidating for someone just walking up to it, but it's not that bad really. That's a lot of automation. You'll see my Huddle Cam HD sitting on top of the monitor there. Later on you'll see it on the tripod. I moved it just to get a little better camera angle here. Now you see me sitting at the desk here. So I'm running video here, selecting different camera shots, usually just one-handed, sometimes two with one on left hand being on the X keys, so I can do a couple of different things at once, or control joystick. Use a lot of presets, so I don't have to do that too much. But you'll notice here that I'm advancing, pushing a button which is advancing slides on here. And I'll give you a little taste of what's happening here, and you'll hear a little audio. Maybe. You plan and you plan and you plan and it doesn't work. Well, no audio. As you can see, I was kind of reading along there. And I'm not sure why that didn't pop right up here for me. So we'll get her figured out though. So there. Let's do that again, and let's play a little audio this time.
I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart.
You'll notice that we're running a scripture reading there, and I'm advancing that script reading using a data source on an Excel file. And I'm going to pause this here for just a second and give you a shot of that. This is a desktop capture of my Excel file, and this is live here, so I can poke around here a little bit. So basically the data source just reads everything row by row, and you can scroll through it here using the manager there. And I've got different worksheets set up for different things that I'm looking for. This is our Bible readings, and it just goes right down the line here. So let's switch back to this, turn this back on. You can see me pushing the button there, and it's advancing in that little blue box there on the program window when the readings change. And we'll hit the next one here.
It is useful for teaching, for rebuking, for correcting, and for training in righteousness, so that the man of God may be complete, well equipped for every good work.
And that's simply done with shortcuts and scripting to do that part of it. And there's the Huddle Cam HD mounted on a tripod. Okay, switching off to our cameras here. This is camera 1 at the back of our sanctuary. This is the one that points all the way forward, and you'll see right here the red box. That's actually a Kindle Fire tablet that's been modded, and currently that camera is selected in program, so it's red. I switched my colors from a standard vmix because everything on program is red, everything on preview is green. So red is hot. And then we'll pan the camera around here just to kind of give you an idea of where that camera points. Points all the way up to the front of the sanctuary. Another angle looking back at the camera. This is with the tally light turned off. So that camera is not selected either in preview or program. Camera 2, which is over on the west side of the wall here, basically about halfway down the sanctuary up near close to the ceiling there. This was with the tally light off, and the next little shot here you'll see with the tally light on. Tally light is now on. Okay, that camera is actually in program. It actually does show up red, and it turned off there and went to preview just right there. Little close-up shot of the upside down hanging camera 3 with the power light, and the little standby light there also is a tally light. I didn't get any close-up video of that working. But below it is the tally light for that, but it also shows the time so that those in the front of the sanctuary can kind of keep track of time that way. That's mounted over my left shoulder here on the other side of the church. This is my Rover Cam. This one's mounted on a tripod. I can move this camera around anywhere in the church building where I have a network connection because it is output on NDI. Little different angle, same camera. I can use this PTZ to swing over and look at the front of the altar for weddings. It works really good for that, or a little bit different angle, or I can point it back towards the congregation also. I don't do that very often, but special occasions. So this is kind of looking from the back of our sanctuary here, and gives you a little audio. Just from our audio board with its separate camera picking up here. But you'll notice on these two screens, pastor's reading along, and then the congregation is included with that with the responses. So on the big projection screens are what our projection system puts out and goes on there. And I can also, at any time, put up for online a graphic that looks like this for a hymn text or anything like that. This is done using that same function of data source, pulling from those different rows in an Excel file. And this is just a transparent background overlay PNG file that put up there. And of a little different angle for church, and this one is of us singing hymn. So let's hear what that sounds like. And if I advance the slide, the words aren't the same, but that's kind of how that works. Now, in front of you, you see our electronic pipe organ being controlled by what we call an Organeer. An Organeer is someone who makes the organ make music. They're not actually an organist, neither am I. I don't play with my fingers. Right above you here, you'll see this computer up here is running MIDI software. So we build some scripting and run a playlist with MIDI files. The organ actually produces the notes, and it has its own amplification and speaker system, and it's an electronic pipe organ. So I can read music, scan it in, and recognize it, and make it play the organ notes, just like a player piano, if you want to think of it that way. Oh no, I'm singing. That's bad. You turn that off. Yuck, icky. So, obviously I'm sitting in the corner here when someone else is shooting video of me, so I sing along with the hymns, and it's just, I'm part of the service. My Organeer here has been with me for a few years now, and she's very knowledgeable, and you notice it's not a hard job. And off to the left you see the presentation laptop there running, with being run remotely over the wireless. Okay, on to our PA system here. This is our Allan and Heath PA28, our analog front of house board. We don't use all the channels, but it is aging. It's about 15 years old, maybe even a little bit longer than that, closer to 20. It needs a little repair work, but we're going to go digitally eventually, but I can't see expanding it on now. That's another operator position. So I have video, I have an Organeer, I have projection, and I have audio. So I have five technicians. I don't always have 5, but I've always got at least 3. They're in charge of mixing audio for the congregation in-house. And I send the audio off an aux send off of this over to my production mixer, and I mix it separately for the stream. And I can also play video off the video production PC and play that back, put it on the screen, and also the audio can go out to the sanctuary here. Basically, I feed audio back and forth. So I have a full duplex system. I can receive audio and I can send audio.
Congregations exist.
And I have 0 delay from between audio and video because I mix all audio externally of the PC. I send audio out and I receive audio in. I never do both at the same time. I use what's called a mix minus so that I don't hear my audio that I send out coming back to me. So that's pretty much my presentation for today. If anybody would like to get a hold of me, this is kind of how you do it. I'm the webmaster at onegoodshepherd.org. That's my email address. If you have any questions about our system here, how I integrated it, the thought process behind how I do things, that would be the best place to do it. So with that note, enjoy the rest of your worship summit, and I hope you learn lots more. This is number 5 for me. I missed the last one, but today I'm back with you guys, and I enjoy these immensely. So on with the show. Thank you very much.